Yeah, so our asana this week is Pursvottanasana, which is our reverse plank. So we're going to just think about opening up the shoulders, the front of the body. And that front of the body represents the sun side of us, that masculine side, kind of that active side of us. Last week we worked with that back body in our forward fold, our Pursvottanasana, which is that unconscious side of our being. So now we're kind of focusing on that front, that light, bringing those opposites into balance. So let's start on our back with the feet on the ground and our shoulders and our back on the floor. And if you want, you can bring your feet to butterfly. Just thinking about being on the back of the body with the front of the body upward. Thinking about bringing ourselves into balance. Perhaps awakening the light that is within us. And that light that is within us, just shining onto those parts of us that we might not be so aware of. It doesn't mean that those parts that we're not aware of are bad or they're good. We're not labeling them. But just those parts of us that kind of are our autopilot. When we do something without even thinking, or we respond in a way and we realize, I don't even know why I responded like that, or the decisions that we make that are kind of unconscious. Bringing awareness into our choices and into our life. Let's breathe in and out, connecting with our breath, bringing us into this ritual, this sacred space of our yoga practice together. Exhale and inhale. Give ourselves a breath in. Feel the breath in the belly, the chest. And then we'll let it go. Letting that air and that breath just sweep through us, just move through us. And now we'll exhale to bring our feet to the floor if they're not there already, our knees to the sky. And let's bring that right leg long. So left leg is to the sky. Bring our arms out like a T. Now from here, bring that left arm across the sky and bring that left hand kind of towards that right elbow, back of the elbow, and slide that left hand across the arm. And as we do, we might kind of roll over to the right side. Bring the left fingertips towards the right fingertips and pause with the hands stacked on top of each other. And we feel a stretch across the upper back. And then bring that left arm across the sky, back to a T, the back body on the ground again, the left arm reaching towards the left side, the right arm reaching towards the right. And then we'll exhale to bring that left hand across the sky like a rainbow. We can roll over to the right side, bring the left hand towards that right arm, slide the left hand across the arm and the fingertips meet. Pausing here, giving ourselves maybe some expansion across the back of the body. Bring that hand across the sky, the back returning to the mat, the left arm out to the side. Pause here for a breath. And then exhale, bring the left leg long, the right knee bends, the right foot to the ground, adjust that right hip, the right back body. And then bring the right hand across the sky, kind of rolling over to that left side, bringing the right hand towards that left forearm, the left elbow crease, and then bringing the right hand across the left hand so the fingertips meet. Pausing there. And then we'll inhale to open up across the sky again. The shoulder blade returning to the mat, the arms coming open, extending in opposite direction. And then we'll exhale, bring the right hand across the sky, rolling over to the left side. Right hand towards the left arm, sliding the hand down. Fingertips meet, giving ourselves a breath or two here. And then we'll exhale, open that arm across the sky again, bringing the shoulder blades to the mat. Good. Exhale, bring that left foot back to the earth. Maybe lift the pelvis, bring the low back to the ground. Pause here, shoulder blades, hips back on the floor. Let's exhale to draw knees into the chest. Maybe rocking side to side. Maybe wiggling the ankles and the feet around. And then let's lower those feet to the ground. Setting up for our bridge pose. So wherever you like your feet for that, maybe further away from the glutes, or maybe closer, maybe the feet are wide. The shoulder blades kind of on the ground. And when you're ready, let's exhale, drive those glutes to the sky. And pause here, maybe you wiggle the shoulder blades under the chest. Let's breathe into the belly and breathe into the chest. Feel the feet supporting us and the shoulder blades beneath us, a slight compression of that thyroid gland. And then we'll inhale to lower those hips down. When we get the back to the ground, maybe you hug the knees into the chest again, or you just rest with the feet on the ground. Easing our way into the back body, opening up with ease the front of the body. Now lower those feet down again, set up for your bridge pose. And whenever you're ready, exhale to drive those glutes up, shifting the shoulder blades. Maybe feel the chest open, bringing our awareness to the tops of the legs opening. Maybe the hips, the shoulders, the chest. Breathe in and out, the feet grounding. Let the breath come and go with ease if you can. And then lower down those hips, the low back. Breathe in. Maybe you exhale to hug the knees to the chest. Maybe your next exhale draws that chin to the chest, the shoulder blades off the ground, coming into a little ball. Maybe rocking side to side gently. Forward and back, maybe you're side to side. And now let's exhale to lower those feet back to the ground again. Bring the arms up overhead, so reaching past the top of the mat. And then bring those feet mat distance apart and just drop the knees over to the right side. So like a windshield wiper, letting the knees drop to the right, the arms are overhead, it's comfortable. And then we'll exhale to bring knees through the middle, over to the left, windshield wiper, bring the legs to the left side. Breathe in and out, just dropping into the side of the hips, the legs, the side body, the front of the body. And then bring the knees back to the middle, the feet to the ground. Let's exhale to bring palms to the floor. And now let's roll over to one side and make our way up to tabletop. And there's no rush to get there. When maybe you do get there, maybe along the way you find a downward facing dog. Or maybe you wiggle those hips. Maybe you bring the arms or the wrists around, but giving ourselves a few breaths to really orient ourselves into our body and its new position. And now let's meet in tabletop. And once we get to tabletop, we usually have our fingertips facing forward with our wrists under our shoulders. Let's bring so our left fingertips point to the left side of the mat and the right fingertips face the right side of the mat. And let's just kind of rock side to side. So the fingertips face outward and we're just gonna rock the shoulders left and right. Maybe feeling a different stretch on the hands, on the forearms. Nice. Come to the middle, so shoulders over wrists again. And if it's comfortable, bring those fingertips to face the knees. So the right fingertips face the right knee, the left face the left knee. The forearms are facing forward. And then maybe lean back. It doesn't have to be a lot, it can be a little bit. These forearms getting some awareness. And then maybe you kind of rock forward. And then you can rock it back. Nice job, guys. Go with that a few more breaths. Just feeling into this with awareness. And then as you're ready, bring the shoulders over the wrists. Now let's bring our wrists forward, just kind of like normal, the fingertips facing forward. Doesn't that feel so funny? Let's rock it forward, shoulders coming over the wrists. And when we come back, let's come to child's pose. We'll walk our fingertips forward and tent those fingers as if you had like a grapefruit underneath them or a softball. And then reach the heart to the ground, feeling a stretch along the armpits and along below those armpits. Breathe in. And then we'll exhale to come up to table, bringing the palms to the ground. And when we get those palms to the ground, this time we're going to bend the elbows, bring the nose to the earth. And then we'll exhale to press up to straighten those arms. And then we'll rock forward and back again. Opening up the shoulders just a little bit. Hands back under the wrists. Let's walk it back to child's pose. Find that tented fingers, the grapefruit or softball underneath. Press the head and the heart between those arms towards the earth. Breathe in. Exhale, press up to tabletop. And then when you're ready to bend the elbows, breathe in. And exhale to lower down. Give yourself an inhale at the bottom. Exhale, press it up to tabletop. And now we'll breathe in. And exhale, curl the toes under. Let's find our Pursvottanasana. Any expression, any variation. The hands can be wide, the feet can be wide. So wherever you find yourself, allow yourself to be there. Bringing awareness to the front of the body. The heart beaming between the knees, maybe the gaze towards the navel, that slight compression of the thyroid. Let's breathe in. And exhale, breathe out. Now let's inhale up to plank pose, pressing the earth away, the hips lift. And imagine you were reaching the heels back. And you're reaching the crown of the head forward. And the wrists are underneath the shoulders. Give yourself a breath in. And maybe exhale to lower that right knee down and bring the left foot back, coming into a variation of side plank. The left arm up towards the sky, the right hand grounding. Shift that weight into the back of the shoulder blade. You can also bring that right leg long. Pursvottanasana, breathe in. Exhale, bring the hands back down. Inhale into your plank pose, nice and steady, breathe in. Now exhale, lower down the knees. Bring the hands underneath the table, but bring those fingertips to point towards the knees, the forearms facing forward. And then we'll rock forward and then gently come back. Doesn't take much to stretch open those forearms. Breathe in. Exhale into that stretch, into the forearms. And then inhale, bring the fingertips to face the front of the mat again, just your normal tabletop. Breathe in. Exhale, curl the toes under. Pursvottanasana. Moving with awareness today, moving with a little bit of gentleness in the body. Breathe in. Exhale, sigh, let the breath go. Good. Let's inhale, rise back up to plank pose. Reaching those heels back towards the wall behind you, the crown of the head forward. Breathe in. And then as you're ready, maybe lower that left knee to the ground. Spin that foot off the earth, the right foot reaching to the back of the mat. The right arm then up to sky as we stack the shoulders over that left shoulder. Coming into our Pursvottanasana on the left side. Maybe the left leg comes long. It's totally up to you. We always have a choice. Breathe in and out. One more breath in. Our exhale brings a hand down to the earth. And then our inhale brings us into a steady plank. Breathe in and out. Good. One more breath in. And then exhale to lower down the knees. And then this time we're going to come into a high kneel with the shoulders over the knees. You can bring the arms up overhead. And then maybe you sit down into your rock pose. The sits bones towards the heels. Hands in prayer. And if that's not in your practice, that's kind of a deep stretch. Maybe you just remain in your high kneel. Bringing awareness to the front of the body here. And then to the back of the body. And to the entire body. One more breath. And then exhale. If you're in your rock pose, bring your hands down, bring the feet out in front of you. If you're in your high kneel, just bring your legs out in front, coming down into a seated position. And now from here, we're going to bring our hands back behind the hips and lean back. The fingertips are now facing the hips, and the wrists and the forearms are facing the front of the mat. We're going to come into our Pursvottanasana. Let's exhale to point the toes, lift the hips, and the head can drop back. Or maybe you want to keep that neck in line with the spine, an extension of your spine. Reverse table or reverse plank. If you want, come into your reverse table with the feet underneath the knees. And if either of those aren't accessible, then just lean it back, coming into your mongoose, dropping the chest down and the head back. Let's give ourselves one more breath here. And then exhale to lower the sits bones, bring the arms up overhead. And then as you're ready, fold it forward, Pursvottanasana. Reaching those hands towards the feet or the toes, maybe the shins, breathe in and out. And in and out. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands behind you, those fingertips reaching and pointing towards the sits bones again. Now maybe you just bend the elbows and drop the chest for your mongoose pose. If it's accessible, exhale to lift the glutes, point the toes, coming into your reverse plank. You can bring the knees or the heels under the knees for reverse table if you'd like. Bringing that awareness to the front of the body. Breathing in. And now let's exhale to lower those hips. Inhale, sweep the arms up to sky. Exhale to fold it forward, Pursvottanasana. One more breath here. Exhale, sigh. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring the hands behind the hips, fingertips facing those glutes. And then we'll exhale to lift the hips, point the toes, lift the heart and the chest, Pursvottanasana. Inhale. Let it go. Another breath in. Exhale to lower those hips. And now from here, bring the feet in, and then we're going to come into that side plank again, bringing the right hand down, the legs long, both reaching for the edges of the mat, the short edge of the mat. You can lower the right knee down if you need to. Remember, we want to bring a steadiness of mind here. So if your legs long is stressful for the brain, bring the knee down, find a bit of calm. Let's inhale. Maybe on an exhale, bring that left hand towards the right hand, just to clamshell it, maybe touching that forearm, and then bring the left arm back up to sky to open up the chest. Again, maybe you bring that left hand towards that right forearm, just tap the forearm or the elbow, and bring the left arm back up to sky, opening across the chest. Inhale. Good. One more breath in. Exhale, bring that left hand down, back to plank pose on an inhale. Then let's lower down the knees, send the sits bones back, bring the hands into that tinted shape in front of you in child's pose, and open up through the armpits and along the side body, breathing in and out. Exhale. Give yourself a breath in. Let's exhale up to table and curl the toes under to Pursvottanasana. See if you can find a rhythm to your movement. As you breathe in and out, moving with awareness and calm, maybe awareness and kindness. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Now inhale up to your Mamasana. From here, come into that side plank on the left side. The left knee can lower. Sweep it off the mat, reach the right arm to sky. Let's breathe in and out. Nice, really nice. See if you can find a bit of limitlessness here. As you're ready, you can bring that right hand towards the left elbow and then reach it up to sky. Maybe focus on that opening up, making an offering with your practice today towards yourself, towards those around you, maybe to your physical body. Last time, bring the arm down, and then we'll inhale to sweep it up. Yes. Exhale to bring that hand back to the floor. Inhale to find your plank pose. Breathe in. And then exhale to lower down the knees. Sit back in your hero pose. Or maybe into a high wheel, wherever you're at. Allow yourself to be there. You can bring hands to the heart space. Maybe bring your awareness to the tip of your nose, closing the eyes, grounding into your body. Breathe in. Let's exhale to rock forward into table. Breathe into your table. Then exhale, step the right foot forward. Curl the toes of that left foot under. Let's lift up into a high lunge. Straighten that front leg, coming into a little bit of a pyramid shape. Pursvottanasana. Yeah. Breathe in here. And then let's exhale to bend that right knee, lower the left knee. And then bring that right knee back. Sit back on your heels, maybe bringing your hands to your heart space. Yes, nice. Inhale. Now let's exhale to come forward, bring the hands down, and then bring the crown of the head to the floor. Coming into our rabbit pose, crown of the head to the floor. Maybe you bring the hands behind you and interlace in prayer and reach those arms for the sky. Or maybe bring your hands to your heels. This shape has all the benefits of headstand, that fresh blood, that fresh perspective, this inversion. When we come into an inversion, our digestive fire that normally is burning upward, it burns down. So this is also supportive for digestion. Breathe in and out. And then let's exhale, sweep the hands down to the side of the head if they were lifted. Slowly begin to lift the head up. Stack the shoulders over the hips, whether you're in rock pose or high kneel, moving slowly with awareness, breathing in and out. Nice job, guys. Inhale. Exhale, bring it forward to table, and then inhale to bring your left foot forward. Pausing here in our low lunge for just a breath. And exhale, curl the toes of the right foot under, and then straighten that left leg. We're coming right into our Pursvottanasana pyramid pose. Exhale here, surrendering into this shape, surrendering into the benefits and the messages of our practice. Breathe in. And then exhale, bend that front knee. Bend that right knee, lower the right knee down. Bring the left foot back. Let's pause here, dropping back into our high kneel. Hands in front, or high kneel or your rock pose. Hands in front of the heart. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more breath in. And now let's exhale to bring the hands down. Sweep the feet forward in front of us. Legs nice and long. Bring those hands behind those hips, pointing, the fingers pointing towards the hips. Exhale to drive the hips to the sky. Maybe extend through the back body, extending the neck. Bringing light into us. Shining that light into the darkness. And shining brightly for all to see. Breathing in. Good. Exhale, lower down. Let's bring the shoulders over the hips. When we pause here, bringing hands into prayer, feet flex towards the face. A variation of our Dandasana. Breathe in. And let's exhale to just bring ourselves over to one side, coming into plank pose for a breath, feeling ourselves steady and grounded maybe. Inhale. Exhale. Now exhale back to your downward facing dog. Yeah. Let's inhale, step the right foot forward. Exhale, step the left foot forward, coming into Uttanasana, forward fold. Yeah. Bend the knees. Let's inhale to rise up into mountain pose, our first mountain pose of the morning. Opening up the front of the body, bringing that light into our being. And now standing in our mountain pose, rising up to meet the world. Inhale, bring arms up. Exhale, a purifying exhale to fold it forward, washing it all away. Bend the knees, let's rise up, purifying breath. Exhale, let it go, folding forward. Inhale, bend and rise. Exhale, folding forward, letting it go. Maybe you do this a few more times. Just rising and folding. There's nowhere to go, there's nothing to do. Just allow yourself to drop into your practice. Nice job, guys. And next time you come into a forward fold, let's meet there together. Exhale in Uttanasana. Then exhale from Uttanasana, stepping that left foot back and surrender over that front leg again. Pursvottanasana. Our Pursvottanasana, reverse plank, bringing that light into the body. This pyramid pose, a reminder that we can go within that pyramid that is ourself and find those jewels, find that wisdom, find those treasures, just like our pyramid. Breathe in. Bend that front knee to rise up. Exhale, bring hands to the heart space. Inhale, step the left foot forward to meet the right, and we wiggle out the legs. Breathe in a nice, strong, stabilizing breath. Exhale to bring the right leg back. The left leg is forward. We're going to inhale to bring arms up to sky again, gathering in all this light so we can fold it forward to surrender into our Pursvottanasana pyramid pose. Again, shining light in those dark corners of ourselves, those dark corners of that pyramid to find those jewels that are hidden there. Dusting off the cobwebs of our innermost being to bring it to light. Shedding awareness and consciousness on our entire being. Exhale to let go and surrender into that. Inhale another breath. Exhale, bend that front knee. We're going to step the right foot forward. And this time we're going to turn the toes out. Let's drop down into Mamasana. And if Mamasana is not in your practice, you can come into that sumo. But we're just going to drop into a little bit of ease here. See if you can make it easeful. When you're ready, bring hands down. Let's bring our knees to the earth. We're going to come into rabbit pose one more time if you want. If you want, come into your shavasana. If you want your rabbit pose, that crown of the head comes to the earth. The hands can be towards the heels, or they can be behind you, interlaced, reaching for the sun. We're going to close our practice with rabbit. So whenever you're ready for shavasana, make your way there. There's no rush. Remain in rabbit as long as you need. And dropping right into shavasana when you're ready. Going from this invigorating headstand quality shape to relaxation. Exhale. Exhale, bringing in that freedom and that courage to go within. Exhale to release into your shavasana. Maybe you notice a light or an awareness somewhere in your being that you've never noticed before. Maybe somewhere that's a little bit more loud or vocal today. And just be with that. Breathe into that. And let it go. Perhaps bringing awareness to the beating of your heart in your chest. Bringing awareness to the crown of your head. And now the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet. And then as you're ready, gently come into seated position unless you have time to remain in Shavasana a little while longer. Bring your hands to our heart space if that feels good, or maybe you just let them rest in your lap. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Om. Shanti. 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 Om. Namaste.